I get shouted down. You heard my message tonight.
Oh my God. And this is happening in Israel. Bro, he knew. What did he know, brother? He said, I get shot at college campuses in front of Theodore Herzl, founding father of Zionism in Israel. Has Clandis always seen this video? It's good.
What's up?
Bro, they got a Iranian from inside of Iran on an interview. And the dude interviewing her is interviewing from Tel Aviv. Like, he's in Tel Aviv. And one of the first questions is, why won't you guys rise up?
Man.
I mean, she's like, I think she is a dissident, though. So,
wait, is this, the quality is kind of crazy. Is that Elizabeth Surkov?
Men are in the streets.
Iranian photojournalist. I don't know.
Oh, no. Is it the Iranian on the right? Sorry.
Yeah, that's not the Iranian.
Oh.
That's really funny.
I don't really see.
I don't even
really see
understand how
ethnicity.
I don't even understand how like a dissident with the lack of internet access is able to get on the horn like this, but because like usually it's, you know, the government gives you access to the internet if you're like a journalist or whatever.
Well, they use XChat. That's the only thing not banned in Iran. I've seen a lot of that from Israelis who are like, okay, well, why don't you just overthrow the government?
Yeah.
Why don't you just do what we did when they said that we couldn't sexually torture prisoners?
Guns and weapons and everything. You cannot do anything against them. I mean, a lot of checkpoints are in the street and a lot of supporters are in the street. So people cannot do anything. It's completely nonsense.
Do you believe
it's
the
completely
regime,
nonsense?
the government has been weakened?
Too many people
at all because
don't want to overthrow the government.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, she also said the Basij are on the streets too, though.
U.S.
to be
and
fair.
Israeli leaders say the regime might fall.
When you are living here, I mean, on the ground, you cannot feel such a thing. A lot of militia people are in the streets. As you can see, nothing has been changed. I don't know how Donald Trump says we changed the regime. I cannot really understand it.
What about the effect
It's giving me
on
flashbacks
your
to Zoom
lives?
Thanksgiving.
The power outages, electricity, the smoke from the fires.
We do not know if we have water or electricity.
Wait, what the fuck? Oh, it just zoomed in on her, and it was like I thought it was like all of a sudden she like changed outfits for a second. I thought
Changed. I don't know how Donald Trump says we changed the regime. I cannot really understand it.
What about the effect on your lives? The power outages, electricity, the smoke from the fires.
We do not know if we have water or electricity today or not. The sounds of the bombs, the smokes are everywhere. When you are, I mean, driving in the city, you see it. And it's all the time, every hour. People are really tired of this.
Do you have hope that the war will help you?
I have to say that people are hopeful that the regime will fall with this war. But there is no evidence in the city. There is no evidence on the ground. But people are very hopeful.
So you're saying people are still hopeful?
well, I guess we should keep bombing Iran. Yeah.
They're calling it the greatest interview of all time.
Yeah. No, never mind. That's cool. I personally thought it was really fucked up that we were like double tapping schools and stuff and like murdering little schoolgirls and hitting desalination plants, like you know, all the stuff that she actually acknowledged, as a matter of fact. But if she's hopeful about regime change coming, even though she also openly says there's no way to do it, I don't know how we're going to do it. I guess we have no other option. We should just keep bombing until.
Who's that woman who is like her cousin got killed and she was like, no, you don't understand. I don't blame.
Oh, the one that was shaking her booty.
Yeah, she was at CPAC.
The booty shaker. She's like, but that's diaspora. She's in Iran, I guess. And so it's a little bit different. Like she is literally. I like to say a lot of these people are spiritually Shia, even if they're like anti-Shia with the martyrdom. Where they're like, yeah, if I die, I die. It's all good as long as the regime change comes.
Well, I'd say I wouldn't call what I'm into martyrdom, but it's more like when I don't want to do something, I'm like, oh, I hope an errant ninja star hits me in the head. I hope I'm in a car crash. I was like I had an annoying day the other day, and I was just like walking to and from dinner with someone, and I was like, what if Tom Cruise in Collateral just jumped out and killed me right now? That would be so it's like I want to die for inconvenience, against the concept of inconvenience. So I get it.
Okay.
It might change.
Yeah. And people are supporting the war. If I want to be honest, and if I have to be honest, and I have to be voice my. And people want the war to be continued because they tried many peaceful ways to change this regime, and they couldn't do anything. So they hope that this time.
That's good. Yeah.
Something happens to them.
I'm glad that we can now.
The regime will fall.
I'm glad that we can now also feel morally righteous about basically nuking Iran.
Well, yeah, as long as this one person is saying this, carte blanche to kill everyone.
I just don't understand. That explains why she has the internet. Yeah, except like the IRGC is going to nab her next. You know what I mean? Like if she's conducting an interview like this and she's inside of Iran, one, the fact that she has access to the internet is already, pretty crazy. And then two, what if the Americans and the Israelis see this interview? You think the Iranian government is not going to see this interview? Like they would absolutely put her in jail. What if she is actually in Iran?
What if I went back to my Airbnb like after this later tonight and
she's there?
She's like in the living room and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
With this war, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so, and I don't see any evidence.
Yalda Moeri, an Iranian
full name and everything. Full name and everything.
Journalist sharing her accounts and stories from inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm really nervous for when David Ellison starts running CNN and they become a propaganda outlet.
Yeah,
it's gonna be really sad.
Yeah,
be a huge loss.
Huge loss for unbiased, unvarnished truth.
Yeah. Was Jim Shitto the one who was that the guy who was like always getting thrown out of pressers during Trump won, or am I thinking of a different guy?
No, I think that was Acosta.
Yeah,
it was Jim Acosta. No. And he got fired, or he left CNN, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah. That was the guy who was like the resistant superstar. Yeah. Man. All those guys fell off. Like Don Lemon. Don Lemon is like, he works for a TV network that like, it only plays in Waymos. All those guys fell off.
Well, he's woke now. Don Lemon is woke. Well, I'm a lemon head.
You joined the Lemon Party?
Yeah, I've joined the Lemon Party. I'm a lemon head. Don Lemon and I are peers now because he's also an online streamer. And that's it.
Okay, well.
Are you saying she's wrong that there are still people in Iran who support the war? I mean, I'm sure there are, but that's not going to stop me from saying that's a very stupid position to have, especially considering that the two parties that are waging war in Iran have very openly shown that they have no ambitions whatsoever. I knew that they didn't have any ambitions of like liberating the Iranian people, whatever that means. But they certainly have shown that they're not interested in that at all. So what do you want me to say? Oh, standpoint epistemology. I apologize. She's in Iran and she's demanding bombs to be dropped on her and her neighbors. for some undecipherable reason by two parties that have openly stated that they have no real goals of liberating the Iranian people. So I should sit here and say, oh, she actually has the right mindset here. I shouldn't undermine Iranian voices. Okay, you know who else is an Iranian voice? Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. That was an Iranian voice as well. We listen to Iranian voices, all of the Iranian voices on the broadcast. Okay, how about that?
Okay, and if we're doing standpoint stuff, well, I'm an American, and I don't want our munitions and planes like bombing them when they could be used on my domestic enemies.
Okay, I like that. Keep going.
Yeah, I have to live here. Do you realize I have to live here? I'm trying to start a pro-democracy movement in Los Angeles, in New York, all the places I go. And I need a B-1B supersonic strategic bomber. I need all these munitions. I need these standoff munitions. I need them fired into, I haven't moved into my new building yet, but like if my neighbor down the hall complains, I would like a precision strike to be on the table.
Okay.
Because me and the other people who want to play War Thunder really loudly, we're going, like, we can't go out in the streets unless we have air support. So it's like, yeah, the guy who said that, I bet you're real comfortable wherever you're living, where you don't have to worry about this stuff. But
Yeah.
I'm an American and I'm worried.
Where is that chatter? Does he have no response to that? Or
He probably lives in like Liechtenstein.
yeah, it's always the Lithuanians and the Estonians that are like
Liechtenstein is that's like a banking municipality. It's
Yeah.
it's a microstate.
Oh, I thought you were but I thought you were making a joke about how like Europeans are the most aggressive dick riders of American imperialism for some reason.
Well, yeah, like a Lithuanian is.
Yeah.
Question for any Lithuanians in chat. I've looked up your country on Wikipedia. More people, if you count the greater Chicagoland area, more people live there. Have you guys ever thought about joining another country and becoming like a bigger country? Because 3 million people is like kind of an embarrassing amount of people for a country. I would
It's just
kind of feel like a dick being
territory.
like, this is my country.
There's territory waiting to be conquered.
Yeah.
That's the other thing I was thinking of. I was like, hey guys, if you're like in Estonia or if you're in Lithuania and you just watch the Gulf states get fucking pummeled,
Oh my God.
how much confidence do you have that like America will defend you as a NATO country?
Well, it is a little scary, right? But these Gulf countries, they have to they don't have an indigenous like weapons program, right? They don't have their own air defense. In Lithuania, they're working on building a ladder to the moon so they can see all the munitions coming in.
Okay, that's a good way.
The Lithuanian space program is like, the Lithuania is in a space race with Latvia, and they're both like their best ladder scientists are hard at work. It's pretty exciting stuff. Lithuania, I think Lithuania, they could replicate the Wright brothers' success.
I feel like you're giving Lithuania. You're giving Lithuania the Poland treatment a little bit here.
No, Poland. I'm done making fun of Poland.
I'm too. They said they refused to send their THAAD missile launchers to Israel.
Yeah, no, and also,
but anti-Semitically.
hey, you got to get in how you get in. Yeah.
They were like, no, we need. It wasn't even on some like, no, we need these. Like Russia could attack any minute. Like they were like, no, we're not giving them to the Jews.
Yeah. I mean, to quote my favorite party promotion flyer I ever saw in Chicago, you got to get down how you live.
Yeah,
they're getting down how they live. No, I don't make fun of. I made like a ton of Polish jokes, and they've been really good sports about it.
They have?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, like,
you've never been posterized on Reddit Poland. That's why.
I choose not to look there.
Oh
I think
God. Well, they
probably
come
would
here.
not like the things
they
I say
come
there.
here all the time, and because I did the whole like, well, I think it was even your bit where like they have one computer in Poland.
Was it the thing about the Polish nuclear program? That's the last Polish joke I told.
No,
where it was
I
about
say like
Poland was saying they were going to get a nuke, and I was talking about how the Polish Oppenheimer was like, he's after 20 years of trying to make a baking soda and vinegar volcano. It goes off like in the movie, and he's like, "Oh my God, what have I done? I've made the most powerful weapon." No, but that's not.
No,
that
I
doesn't
just
count.
say
I already made that joke.
Anytime someone talks shit, I say like you're holding space and the only computer that exists in Poland to just type this out. It's really fucked up.
Yeah.
And they will clip that. They'll clip that and they'll be like, "You're the most racist person that has ever existed." And I'm like, "You're literally Polish."
Yeah.
Between you and I,
Yeah.
I don't think that's possible.
You like them saying that like you're racist against Poles. Isn't that like saying that an American is racist against Germans? You know, you guys kind of got down how you lived in that area.
Yeah.
You're probably all intermixed.
Yeah. The ones
I love Polish food, but there's a lot of Turkish stuff in there. And it's like, I wonder how that got there.
Oh, dude, now you're gonna alert the winged hussars, dude. They're gonna
I think they look cool, but like
I agree.
I grew up
It pains me to admit, but I agree.
I grew up in the most Polish city in Chicago, or most Polish city in America. Chicago prints all of its municipal documents in English and Polish, and I love and respect. But like, I probably there's probably some Pole in me, and I don't just mean when I'm beaten over the head at Equinox, and they shove a flagpole into me. But no, I think they've been very good sports. Lithuania, they've had it too good for too long. That's kind of my opinion. Poland, I think they're great looking people. I love how they look. I wish every time I look in the mirror, I think I wish I was I wish I had a nice square Polish head.
Mm-hmm.
I think their language is cool.
Have you seen this, by the way? Kirsty Noem's husband's fat tits.
Ooh.
Oh, you haven't seen Kirsty Noem's husband's fat tits?
I saw an article about it, but it was paywalled. It was paywalled on the Daily Mail. How fucked up is that?
That's crazy. Because the tits were rated R. I think that's why. Even Fox News apparently it covered it. Let's take a look.
Former Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is asking for privacy and prayers tonight. She's said to be devastated by a
what are
report
prayers going to do in this
situation?
Wait,
guys,
get it off your chest.
Everybody, please pray for my husband's ginormous tits.
It's so funny to be like. Do you remember when Jim McGreevey came out at the press conference?
No.
So Jim McGreevey, the governor of New Jersey, this is another story that got it was in the 6 months after 9/11, so it just kind of got overshadowed. But it turned out he was gay. By the way, Jim McGreevey,
by Muhammad Atta's tits.
Yeah. Well, Muhammad Atta, that's how he got on the plane. He was like, "Hi, I'm a big sexy lady. I need these box cutters to open my boxes of
Aren't
bras."
I voluptuous?
yeah. He was like Tobias on Arrested Development.
Yeah.
But Jim McGreevey, by the way, there was a lesser known scandal of an Israeli spy being in McGreevey's office, and McGreevey was allegedly having an affair with him. Anywho, it turned out he was gay, and one of my most quoted press conferences ever was when he admitted it, and he went, "Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a gay American." And I'm just, I'm always saying that. But one of the things that always made me laugh about the McGreevey thing, not him being gay, but like the fact that like after it happened, they did an interview on Dateline with him and his wife, and the wife was like, "Yeah, we're going into counseling." And it's like, what's there to counsel? What's that? He's gay. I just wait. Is there any prayer you can do where you're like, can you take my husband's desire to be a big swaggering 6'5" bimbo out of him?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm asking the Christians in chat.
So an undocumented immigrant may have been the one to leak the damning information about Kirsty Noem's husband. And obviously the story has a lot of legs and maybe a lot of titties as well. Yowza. Because obviously Kirsty Noem had a taxpayer funded a taxpayer-funded relationship with Corey Lewandowski.
They were just friends.
Okay, well, you're just jealous that he pipes. He's had sex with everyone in the administration.
Hey, dude, he smashed the most beautiful woman in the world.
Yeah, that's why Felix is saying that. Yeah,
no, that's really where all my Polish jokes come from. I'm just like kind of jealous of him. But did you know that the Chaperone song "Casual" it's about Corey Lewandowski and Kristi Noem?
No.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, just ask her.
Okay.
Ask her.
But in any case, here are some of the Daily Mail exclusive photos. He appears to have stuffed 2 balloons inside his shirt to resemble breasts, positioning the knots to mimic nipples. The photos obtained by the Daily Mail suggest Byron is so infatuated with the bimbo aesthetic, he's tried to replicate it himself. Byron got in contact with the model using the pseudonym Jason Jackson, complimenting her amazing curves and vowing to worship her like a goddess, according to messages seen by the Daily Mail. In text and audio calls, the pair shared everything. The pair shared everything from mundane daily chit chat to spicy banter about her augmented chest. How are your boobs? He asked her. Would you ever go bigger? The model sent him an array of topless selfies and lingerie shots. Jason apparently felt relaxed enough to reciprocate with photos of himself wearing skimpy outfits and lopsided DIY breasts. You turned me into a girl, he said. Should I put on leggings? A PayPal account belonging to Jason Jackson sent the woman regular deposits, typically between $500 and $1,000. She says he openly admitted to having a wife and family. He'd say, I love my wife. I want to get better. Then he'd disappear, come back, and start again, the woman added. Over time, the models began to figure out the real identity of the shadowy benefactor. A second woman told the Daily Mail she pocket dialed Jason and was astonished to hear a voicemail greeting saying, Noem Insurance, leave a message. A quick Google search pulled up photos of Kirsty and Byron Noem. I was completely shocked, I said. Why are you doing this? I didn't think hot guys did this, the woman said. Also, hot guys. I guess he looked real bodacious, real.
Well, do they have a picture of him not doing that? He looks like fine. I mean,
right here. Fuck, marry, kill.
Oh, I just like, I've given up on like figuring out what women think is attractive.
Yeah. There's other pics of this, other pics of his. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Okay. Well, he got the nipple placement. He's getting better at it. This is pretty cool. I mean, like, I don't.
What the fuck is. What?
That's a big, natural, juicy ass.
Oh my God.
That's beautiful, natural, juicy. I think this is cool. Like, I wouldn't do this, but I also think I like seeing people get better at stuff. And in the first picture, like, the nipples are like, it looks like when a Looney Tune gets hit in the head with the mallet. Like the eye, like they're,
Yeah.
And then in the next picture, they're like basically level.
Yeah. No, he figured it out.
Yeah. Good. Then you go back to the first one.
Yeah, no, he did. He did move him around quite a bit.
And I also like how he's like.
I mean, these do look like titties. Like he's like.
And I think they're natural. I think Mike O'Hearn is natural, and I think this gentleman's natural.
Yeah.
I think it's cool too that, like, to help people with their self-esteem, he was like, "Hey, I don't always look like a sexy bimbo. Here's like me getting ready." I think this is like a good story. I think it's a feel-good story. It is. You know how they are like, okay, there's a split in the Republican Party between like establishment conservatives and Zoomers who are like based.
Yeah.
Well, this guy's like 62, but he's into bimbofication hypnotism, which is like a young man's thing.
Yeah.
Aren't a lot of fucking
boomers
into
this
that.
man is jerking off and doing fetish content the right way.
Well,
the way that his generation, I guess his generation used to do this. I mean, there's always been cross-dressers, right?
There's been cross-dressers, but it's like the normal Republican way of doing this is like you cross-dress in private and you like, you tell a young staffer like, hey, do you need me to drive you 45 miles and then pretend I drop something in your lap and get sued by you? These very like furtive cruising attempts that always just end in humiliation. Whereas this guy, this is like what a 23-year-old does.
Yeah.
They're on the computer and they're like, oh, hypnotize me until I'm the big sexy lady.
Mark Caputo. Yeah, I got a weird lead. A source texted me February 13th. They said an immigrant sex worker, possibly in the country illegally, wanted to go public about Noam's husband using her services online. It was vengeance for the DHS's immigration enforcement. I couldn't land the interview. Sharing because folks sometimes wonder how reporting works. Here, I would have needed to talk to the accuser and verify the info all the way the Daily Mail did. When we use anonymous sources, they're credible. Sometimes it means someone else gets the story. For what it's worth, I understand yet another media outlet had been shown these pictures last year, but declined to run them. Why would they?
Well, maybe they didn't think it was for a story. They were like, hey, it was some pretty hot stuff.
Yeah,
and the reporter who got him was like, thanks, I'm jacking off to this.
Yeah, they were like, I don't want to share this with the rest of the world. This is my fat material.
They were like, hey, you've been working really hard on this reporting. You should take some you time.
Also, what's up with these like so many of these Republicans, man? They're all swingers like Nancy Mace.
Yeah.
They all love to do this shit, and then they just like unnecessarily present this like rigid old school understanding of like marriage and shit. Meanwhile, they're just doing they're doing wild stuff.
Do you think that they like also kind of want to get caught?
I suspect there's probably an element of that too in there. I mean, but let's see how Fox News covered it.
I've been in like bad relationships where it's like, it's not like this. It's not like I'm the woman I'm with is in charge of DHS, and I don't need to be hypnotized to be a bimbo. If I wanted to do it, I would do it. You know, I don't need tricks.
Oh my God, get it off your chest. That's the fucking
right. That's what it's. Yeah. They're having fun with it. They're having fun. But I've been in bad relationships where when you really blow it, like you kind of fuck up, and you're like, oh, thank God, I'm gonna be broken up with. Thank God. And multiply that by like
I feel
40.
I feel like
they've been
they already
together like 40 years.
I know, but I feel like they had this is like a known situation because
probably
it's clear that she's like fucking Corey Lewandowski. Sorry, I know that hurts your feelings.
Well, no, I don't care about that. I care about him with
Hope Hicks. Yeah,
but also it's good that she's. Where is she?
I don't know. Probably like working at the UN or some shit now. I don't know. But anyway, so like they obviously have an arrangement, right? Like it clearly, because she's fucking Corey Lewandowski. Mm-hmm. He's doing whatever the fuck he's doing on the side.
He's looking great.
Let's see.
Her husband has been what is being called a cross-dressing double life. Senior national correspondent Rich Edson has details tonight. Good evening, Rich.
Good evening, Brett. Well, former Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem and now President Trump are responding to a report regarding Noem's husband's alleged
I was just thinking about
online activities. A spokesperson tells the Daily Mail that she's devastated and that, quote, the family was blindsided by this, and they ask for privacy and prayers at the time. President
Wait, what? In August 2025, Hicks was appointed chief operating officer of Devil May Care Media, the media company founded by Megyn Kelly, where she's responsible for business development, operations, and expansion of the company's podcast and digital content network.
Okay.
Devil May Care Media? That's...
Trump tells the outlet he knew nothing about it, adding, wow, I feel badly for the family. If that's the case, that's too bad. The Daily Mail...
He's pretending like this isn't the funniest thing. He is, he's laughing about this.
Yeah.
He's having himself a laugh.
Keep in mind, the conservatives for decades said that no one could be gay in the government because they would be blackmailed. Now this is the husband of the head of the Department of Homeland Security. Yeah, I mean... Also, there is no such thing as blackmail anymore. Like Pete Hegseth is literally an alcoholic rapist. Like those are the two things that you can't be. Well, there's three things, right? Gambling addict, alcoholic, and a rapist are like the three things that they're supposed to look for were security clearances because it opens up opportunities for blackmail. But Republicans figured out that if you're just shameless, then you can't be blackmailed. They're like, yeah, we do rapes and we're alcoholics and we have gambling debt. Who gives a fuck? Right?
Yeah. What could you blackmail one of these guys with? Like secret woke posts that they made?
No, I was thinking about this with like the whole did Donald Trump suck off Bill Clinton? I think that's the only thing.
Yeah, something like really weird like that.
Because like pedophilia is fine for a lot of these guys, especially if it's like a girl and an old man, because they're also pedophiles. Like these are the types of people who are like really creepy around their daughter's friends.
Right.
So they can see themselves in the shoes of like, you know, the elite that they admire doing pedophilia, but they can't see themselves sucking Bill Clinton's dick. So that was what I was thinking. Like the fact that it's you know, a hated Democrat, and also you're the one giving the blowjob rather than receiving it, and also because like if Bill Clinton was sucking Trump's dick, they'd be like, oh yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, he's like, you know, he really showed that Democratic libtard, right? But like that is the only circumstance I think where Republicans would have been like, oh, that's a bridge too far for me.
What if it was a Democrat they liked though? Like, what if it was Zell Miller?
I don't know. Is it?
What if like, Zell Miller is sucking you and you're Trump. And you're like, this is kind of bad. Like, you're using teeth. I'm not going to... I can just finish myself off in the bathroom. Yeah. And he's like, my family has been blowing presidents for generations. I challenge you to a duel.
The Democrats, I mean, the Republicans have the same standards of the Turkish military. It's like if you're bottoming... if you're topping a Democrat, it's not gay. It's powerful. If you're bottoming a Democrat, then it's unacceptable.
Well, did you know that's like the clearance test for Q-level clearance?
Yeah, that's how they figure it out. It's like top or bottom.
Well, they like you have to do both, and if you like being penetrated, they're like, all right,
and we can't.
They're like, it's like an umpire. They're like, you're out.
Yeah,
but if you're like, I don't like this, but it's for my job.
It's for the country.
Yeah, you're fine.
Alleges it obtained hundreds of messages between Brian Noem and 3 women involved in a site where men cross-dress. The Mail posted several of these photos and writes Brian Noem allegedly sent women in the community $25,000 in virtual payments. The publication says Brian Noem did not deny the explicit conversations, but says he never put national security at risk while his wife was secretary, setting up a potential blackmail situation. Quote, yeah, I made no comments like that. That would lead to that. Brian Noem operates a crop insurance agency. He and Christy Noem married in 1992. They have 3 adult-age children. Earlier this month, President Trump ousted Secretary Noem from her role leading the Homeland Security Department after congressional hearings where she had difficulty answering whether she was having an affair with top aide Corey Lewandowski. With her husband seated behind her, she also faced questions.
I could have done such a better job with them. A better job here as like a spin doctor.
Oh, I thought you were saying like with the titties.
No.
In my mind, I'm still thinking like you're bimbifying.
No,
you're bimbifying Brian Noem.
No. Oh no disrespect there. I think I have a really bad frame for that. I have like, even if I had like a great.
Okay. It's like you can tell this from like 2014. Okay,
This was awesome back then.
Yeah. Do you understand how sick this looked in 2014? No, you don't, because you were protein in your father's ball sack back then.
Chat, you should see all the maroon denim I was wearing back then.
Yeah.
You'd have a laugh at me, but then you'd if there was such thing as a time machine, me and you would go back. You'd be wearing your whatever crap you'd be wearing, like an Ohego hoodie, whatever that stuff is.
Ohego?
Oh, yeah. You'd be like, isn't this cool? And all the girls in the spiritual gangster hoodies would go, you're disgusting. I'm going to write an article about you. And then they'd see my maroon denim and make a beeline for me.
Kirstie Noem said her family's blindsided by revelations her husband is a cross-dresser and gay. That isn't true. She knew all about her husband, which is why she lives with Corey Lewandowski in the D.C. area. That's why her husband never divorced her. It was their arrangement. Literally everyone in the admin has known this forever. I'm shocked it didn't come out earlier. They can divorce and move on and live the lives without keeping secrets. I feel bad for Corey's wife. She's the widow of a firefighter who was killed on 9/11. Okay, Laura Loomer being weirdly woke. Also, they can divorce and move on and live their free lives. Like, you're Laura Loomer. The fuck do you mean?
Yeah, it's also
why does she have smoke for? I don't know. Why does she not like Kirstie Noem?
I don't know. Maybe she just thinks she made Trump look bad.
Or maybe she did not want another woman in Trump's orbit. She wanted to be the only free spirit, Laura.
She does seem like one of those women that just like hates women.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's
for sure.
That's stressful being around that.
Important context for
women,
the story.
You better like women.
Okay, dude.
Or I'm calling the principal. Laura, why don't you mind your damn beeswax? Do you think this is like she uses the same site?
What Laura Loomer does?
Yeah, she's like, how do I look?
just as is, and everyone's
yeah,
bad.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, really bad. You should stop that. Okay,
What's wrong with this?
Okay, I don't know why they're posted on
Using
my
a steampunk pair of binoculars. He didn't make them.
On Kristi Noem's husband's big ass titties.
They had some kind of an agreement, or there was some kind of an understanding. It was clearly not a secret to him.
My favorite thing is Kristi Noem.
I love them so much.
Dude,
I love Kyle.
They make me so fucking happy.
I see Kyle. Like, I love that he just never gave up on the blonde thing. He just one day he was like, I'm gonna go blonde, and he never stopped.
I love them together. Like, I'm not joking. Like,
same.
It's hard to believe in love in this world.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that much.
I love that he also wears the dangly earring still, like the hook earring still to this day.
Dude, is this not the dream of the 90s?
Yeah,
this shit right here. I love it. When I found out they were together, I like cheered. Dude, love does not last long in this world, and especially in this business.
In this industry, especially.
Dude, you got two pure spirits right there. Like, no, seriously, no joke. God bless them both.
So shocked. And then she says, everybody needs to pray for us. Pray for you? How does that prayer go? Dear Lord, please help Kristi Noem's husband to stop jacking off to big ass titties.
Kyle.
I love him, dude.
Balloon fake titties. Oh my
Dear
God.
Lord, please,
so much fun,
Kristi Noem's family needs help. He can't stop putting in some big ass titties. Why would we pray for you?
She said that.
Dear Lord, like what? God's looking through the prayers he gets. Like, okay, kid with cancer, war, family got murdered, and it's like big ass titties.
Balloon titties.
He's like, all right, I'm gonna help this one.
Hot pants and balloon titties.
Oh my God, I hate him so much.
Oh my
They're all
God,
so evil.
it's unbelievable.
Where
It
it's like
really
she
is
doesn't wanna
unbelievable.
say that,
So
but he
anyway, I'm sure they're having quite a day.
They're on the opposite ends of like the seriousness spectrum.
Yeah, but she doesn't want to get that silly, but he pushes her over.
As independent content creators, like Kyle's on the exact opposite lane.
Dude, they put me in such a good mood. I never want to go to a dinner party, but I would with them. I just like them so much, man.
Yeah, they're the best.
They make me so happy. When I saw them together, it felt like something out of Bridgerton.
Yeah.
That's how magical it was.
But no, I guess her comment to the press was like, oh, the family was blindsided, which I wonder, do you think that she really had no idea?
I mean, it's not exactly something like, if you're trying to hide something from somebody, it's not like everybody in the family knows, like the kids are like, there goes dad again. He's walking around the house with his big ass teeth. He's walking around the house with his
dude, he jumped out of bed. This was like Christmas.
Oh, like one of those fucking. Bro, they look like that.
No, they don't.
Yes, they
Lisa
do.
Rinna's beautiful.
I feel like Real Housewives look like
Lisa
that.
Rinna's fucking beautiful. Shut up.
It's so far beyond. You're like one click away from OnlyFans profile. Click here.
No, Lisa Rinna looks
porn. Used to be Brazzers exclusive. If I were okay. Yo, this guy just laid it down. Used to be Brazzers exclusive, and then she had a contract dispute with Brazzers, so now she's a free market agent.
He's like a baseball fan. He's like he's like Shams for basketball.
Yeah.
Lisa Rinna, she's had some work done, but not like pretty tasteful. I think she's gorgeous. I would love to.
I mean,
take Lisa Rinna out for a night on the town.
Like her Shams for porn is called Comes. It's just like this literally looks like drawn titties. Like this is how like some horny artist would like draw a woman. Not me, of course.
I'm not lying. That video of Lisa Rinna where she's like she's like kind of twerking. That video is fucking hot.
I have no idea what that is.
She's a Real Housewife. And I'd like to.
I love that this video goes on for 2 minutes and 19 seconds, by the way. She's just terrorizing the town. She's tearing the town apart.
Yeah, this is like when Godzilla comes to Tokyo.
Oh my God.
Oh well, okay, maybe she got a little too much done there.
Oh
But
my
I was
God.
talking- okay,
Okay, was I off base when I said the Real Housewives look like that?
Man, what did she? She didn't look like that in that video I saw. No, she didn't. She looked good. All right. Well,
Yeah, she
maybe
looks-
Dr. Christian Troy can unfuck that lip stuff up. Why did she do that? She was beautiful. What the hell, lady?
Megyn Kelly had a
do wanna
fetish
play this-
expert on. Oh my God, I love. Dude, did you ever see Megyn Kelly after Charlie Kirk's assassination interview a pastor about the dangers of hexes?
Matt, Megan, what are you doing, lady?
No, this is awesome. I love that.
Do you
I'm
think
glad
she's just like?
she's doing journalism, Felix.
Well, no. Do you think she's
The
just like?
fuck do you think
do you
she's
think
doing?
She's just like, I'm falling off. Like, look how many likes this has.
I mean, this is probably
That's like
new. This is
shit.
probably new. This is probably new. This
How
is
new can it be?
yeah. It just came out. It just
Okay,
came
well,
out.
like, look at her. Oh, okay, 61K views. Yeah, I guess she's not doing-
16K views. What is this?
Well, my point is, she's like not. She used to be a superstar.
That's
and
true.
now she's like.
She's still a superstar in my heart.
I do want to play this soundbite. Deborah So is, I don't remember her official like degree. Yeah, it's just she's like got her PhD in, sexual fetishes and sex issues, and she's brilliant. And she came on the show early on when we just had audio. We didn't have video yet. And listen to her talking about fetishes.
There are so many different paraphilias. I really found it interesting to hear what people are into, why they're into it. And I also wanted to help remove the stigma and shame that.
Isn't this woke? Like, why is she talking to a woke person?
Well, maybe she's like, well, I actually want to add stigma.
Yeah.
Maybe they were debating.
That's my PhD.
Yeah.
Is learning about removing stigma so I can add them again.
I think Megyn Kelly. I've seen a lot of her a lot of those pro-Israel guys. Like Mark Levin hates her now.
Yeah, because she's like Israel skeptic, and it's like you can't even be you can't even say like Israel defenders are annoying and mean. Like,
right. All she's saying, basically all she's saying is like, hey, I don't know if it's a good idea for you guys to call everyone human furniture.
Oh, they're saying Deborah So's a huge transphobe. Oh, okay, so she like that makes sense. That's why.
Who's Deborah So?
The lady that was the fetish expert. So she probably does.
So she's probably like an what is that shit?
Autogynephilia.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I'm more into autogyros, also known as helicopters. Oh man, does this frame just not make you so happy?
It does. Yeah, they're having the grandest old time.
Sometimes
because this story is so in Kyle's wheelhouse. This is such
really
a perfect
is.
Kyle Kalinske story.
This is like a story about missing nuclear material for Seymour Hersh. That's what it is for Kyle.
Yeah.
Oh man,
this is the greatest story of his career. Oh man,
I regret saying there's no such thing as love. 'Cause there is.
You never know.
Yeah, this was Kyle's video. He should sue.
I've never seen this.
All right, y'all. The Diet MAGA Democrats
so pissed.
are
This is awesome.
getting desperate. They're getting desperate.
He's
They're
driving
beginning to
so
crash out.
fast.
They're beginning to lash out.
Yeah, he's
So as you know, leadership of the Democratic Party has been an abysmal failure. You have Chuck Schumer. You have Hakeem Jeffries.
Let me see if I
Look
can.
how many bevs
all
he has.
anti-Semitic.
He's been crushing them.
Yeah, I want to see like there's a point where he like looks down to read a quote while he's driving so fast.
Do you think he was just like driving in a circle, just like slamming Perrier?
Yeah, look, he's looking down.
Yo, was he like op hunting? Do you think he was looking for Jake Tapper?
Yeah, well, this wasn't even Jake Tapper. This was like a week prior when Wall Street Journal and Diet MAGA Dems viciously smeared me.
Man, this is
what
a real ass lover, real ass friend.
Yeah, no, he's my goat.
Real ass dude of the century, in my opinion.
Wait, oh my God, Trump is going to address the nation about Iran at 9 p.m. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's been, dude, okay, we have to look through together the Harvard poll. Did you see the new Harvard, I keep wanting to say Harvard Siena, Harvard Harris poll?
I drank like 78 ounces
Are
of
you
water
gonna,
before.
you gonna rip and
I'm
piss?
sorry, I thought I got it all out. But before, let me do that before, I'm sorry.
Okay,
I
and
went
then,
to the gym, it was a gym day, so I like.
yeah, no, I feel that.
super hydrated.
on April Fool's Day, yeah, he's gonna be like, I'm invading. I'm no longer invading Iran. April Fools, I am invading Iran. What is this? OTA level foreshadowing at 044?
There's a difference between liberals and leftists, okay? It's a very big difference. A liberal is someone I will disagree with, and we'll have a wonderful time. We'll go out to dinner, and we'll consider each other friends. A liberal is someone that might believe in gay marriage. They might believe in more accessible abortion. They might...
Is that... Wait, that's Theodore Herzl, right? Is he? Am I crazy? Is he delivering a speech in front of... What the fuck is IMTI? I've seen this video before. I just did not realize that he was like speaking in front of an image of Theodore Herzl. I'm Tirtzu, working hard to protect Zionism in the state of Israel. Largest Zionist movement in Israel, an extra parliamentary movement established in 2006 after the Second Lebanon War by intellectual students and reservists. Sometimes I forget Charlie was 6'5". Yeah, he's tall. He was tall as hell. Zionism movement in Israel, isn't that just called Israel? Yeah, it's just like the normal Zionism isn't enough in the state of Israel. We had to do extra Zionism.
Believe in higher taxes. A liberal will agree to disagree. A liberal will have the conversation and they'll say, we might not agree on this, but I still treat you with respect and I really like you as a person. A leftist will try to shut you up before you even open your mouth. A leftist does not believe in capitalism whatsoever. A leftist is rooted in intolerance. And you see this happen all over the place in America, where college campuses get shouted down. You heard my message. This happen all over the place in America, where college campuses get shouted down. You heard my message tonight.
Oh my God. And this is happening in Israel, bro. He knew. What did he know, brother? He said, I get shot at college campuses in front of Theodore Herzl, founding father of Zionism in Israel. Has Clandis always seen this video? Felix, we just uncovered new details.
Oh my God. Oh, Charlie Kirk is performing at Al-Julani's comedy club.
No,
they have a picture of
Al-Julani.
This is worse than the Michael Richards video. I have to warn you. The stuff he says about Shia.
Al-Julani.
Don't watch this if you're easily offended.
He
had a horrible set at Julani's, the famous country club.
Apparently, there's a group called I'm Tirtzu, which is an Israeli Zionist movement to solidify Zionism in Israel somehow. I don't know how much more you can do with that.
No, I know this is Theodore Herzl, Chad. But Charlie Kirk spent like 98% of his career doing this shit.
Yeah, that's why it's so funny. Everyone's like, oh, he was about to turn on Israel any moment now. But turns out he's in Israel in front of Theodore Herzl, and listen to his words. Look.
Does not believe in capitalism whatsoever. A leftist is rooted in intolerance. And you see this happen all over the place in America, where college campuses get shouted down. You heard my message tonight.
Ooh.
Yeah. Someone needs to rush this to Candace Owens.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Wait, I'm Tirtzu is Israel's Canary Mission? Wait, they have a Canary Mission in Israel?
Yeah, what do you even do for Canary Mission in Israel?
What the fuck?
When someone is like, I don't think it was good to like abuse us prisoners. They're like, we're killing you.
We're doxing you. You're going to jail, buddy.
Yeah, holy shit! Like, what do you even?
I think the rapist concentration camp guards should have stayed in prison. They're like, oh, jail for you.
Yeah,
they're not going to jail, but you are, buddy.
Dude, how, man? Because like even the libs over there are like, oh yeah, we have to kill Amalek.
I'm Tirtsu harasses B'Tselem and other Israeli NGOs.
Oh my God, dude.
Oh, they keep doxing the same 8 anti-Zionists in Israel.
Dude, yeah. Like, God bless those 8 people who always show up.
You target anyone less fascist than you.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Thank you, Trent Sweeney, for your service.
Sidney Sweeney's brother.
Yeah. He's gonna have a bad time.
He got some big old teeth.
Yeah.
I don't mean to. Listen, I have famously really tiny teeth. I'm just jealous.
I've never noticed that about you.
Because you've never seen them because they're so small.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Wait, Alex Jones is turning on Donald Trump? No, say it ain't.
Oh, no. He doesn't do this every week and then go back.
Say it ain't so, guys.
When your ankles swell up 3.
What's next? You're going to tell me Nick Fuentes is voting Democrat? Wow, that's such a new phenomena. Surely he will stay consistent on this.
Times the size they were before, that means heart failure. And he does look sick. And he does babble and, sound like the brain's not doing too hot. And so we just cut bait on Trump and we just mobilize against the Democrats. And we mobilize against neocons, we primary them, and we just fight even harder because look at how we've turned the tide. Look at all the good we've done. There's a fourth turning. Yep. Populists, nationalists, conservatives are winning everywhere. There's a Christian reawakening. Mm-hmm. And Trump is just a minor figure in all of that now.
Yep. Yo, definitely. Mm-hmm. Every single thing he said is real. Everyone is going to church. There's a reawakening. Yeah, church attendance is up.
Democrats losing everywhere. I mean, you can replace Trump with anyone. You can replace him with a guy like James Fishback.
Or J.D. Vance.
J.D. Vance.
Yeah.
Well, that would even be an improvement. It's even more like people love him.
Yeah, famously.
J.D. Vance had to stop posting on Twitter because it was crashing the servers. How many positive replies he was getting.
Yeah. Shouts out to Connor Eats Pants for that one.
Yeah. He really terrorized him, man.
He really did.
I don't know that guy, but he really He really terrorized him. That's cool.
And we have to be appreciative of the old Trump that went through so much and got so much done.
The same as this guy.
And that's the Trump we remember.
Like, do you guys not remember what it was like?
Which old Trump? Because you go back far enough and you're like, he's a liberal, right? Like, he's just like a racist liberal, which there are plenty of them.
He's Rahm Emanuel.
Yeah, no. He's going to come on the stream, so I can't criticize him.
Oh, really?
No, I mean, he said he would. He said he would. He's doing a 2028 run, and he said he'd come on the stream.
What about this? I was thinking about this for an idea. You're like, okay, I'll have you on. But then, like, right when he gets in, there's a switch out, and I sit here, and I just ask him, like, I just waste his time. I'm like, so in season 2 of Goliath, when I just ask him about like shows I'm watching, like War Thunder updates.
He would love that. His brother is technically, the head of the agency I'm rep by, so he's probably very tapped in with all the Hollywood stuff.
I don't think he likes Goliath. I think he watches Goliath and he's like, they were unfair to the defense contractor. I like the guy who had a amputation fetish. He was nice. He reminds me of Ed Buck. That's what he'd say.
Would he even notice you aren't Hasan? Oh, that's true. He probably doesn't even know what I'm.
And we're just sad because that happens. We need to be sad about Trump. This is not funny.
I'm shorter and
this is not
worse
good
looking in real life.
But he's gone, and that's it. And all the people rallied around him. You can see Hegseth's freaked out. You can see the press secretary's freaked out. They're being loyal. They think it's the lesser of two evils. And okay, but I just Trump needs intervention. He needs to take some time off.
You can't have an intervention for like dying.
Also, you can't like take some time off as a president.
Yeah, what the fuck?
like, what are you fucking talking? And he's like crying. And this is the maximalist position on good czar, bad boyers, by the way. Yeah. Like, this is like, what the fuck is happening at this point? It's like, well, Trump is such a religious deity. He's a religious figure. He cannot fail. He can only be failed. And obviously, now that we've like eliminated all of the other reasons why he's operating like this, you have to come to the conclusion that his brain is actually bad.
But he just like, okay, if someone is, how old is Trump? Like 79, right? 78, 79.
Trump?
Yeah,
I think he's 80.
If someone is 80 years old, has spent half of his life being addicted to Sudafed, never moving, worst diet possible, worst habits possible.
Oh, he's 80 in June.
And you just have an intervention where you're like, you kind of like in an old movie when someone's hysterical. I'm trying not to be gendered here, but you're like, get it together, asshole. And he would go like, you're right. I'm going to stop dying. I'm going to take a break for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It'll be like when Christopher went to rehab.
The Holy
I went
Spirit
to the White House one day and you were passed out on the Wailing Wall. Disgusting.
touch his heart and loose him from whatever evil control he's under. I'm serious. And I think that's the answer. We need to pray for President Trump.
Oh, that'll fix it.
Okay.
Oh my God, he's like sweating
He
from
looks
his
so
bald
sad.
head.
Dude, I don't like
Did you
seeing
not
him this
see
sad.
the sweat dripping?
Ugh.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
Oh my God, he's sweating so hard.
What do you think
Oh.
that tastes like?
Oh, whiskey. For sure.
If you're,
We need
I
to-
think I don't get people who love scotch, but
We need to pray
if
for
you
other
love
people to be
scotch, it tastes
awakened.
like that.
We need to pray for justice and peace.
It's like Donald Trump is probably one of the most prayed for guys ever.
Yeah.
And it's like clearly this is like the most it's accomplished is that God is torturing him by keeping him alive.
Yeah. Also, Canada's vindicated. Questions emerge about bully used to kill Charlie Kirk. You see that?
Oh yeah, no.
Candace,
Yeah.
this will certainly be really good for all the normal people out there who have a lot of unanswered questions about who may or may not have killed Charlie Kirk, which I'm of course in favor of all of the theories.
Me too.
I'm agnostic about it. Like if you're like, oh, is it Israel? I'm like, sure, why not? If you think it's like Erica Kirk, I'm like, sure, why not? If you think it's the Egyptian, French, Jews, or whatever the fuck Candace Owens tied it to, okay,
Yeah. French Foreign Legion. It didn't happen. It was him.
Absolute bombshell. Candace Owens reveals overwhelming evidence that the feds completely set up Tyler Robinson.
I hate to do this. I hate to be prejudiced here. What is with? There are 3 Turkish accounts who keep posting. This guy loves posting just bullshit.
Yeah,
and he makes me so sad because he tries to get into the Axis of Resistance news cycle.
Yeah,
and he'll post things that like I wish were true, but you know he'll like, yeah, 1,000 Merkavas were blown up today, and it's like, buddy. Do you think it's just insecurity over watermelon seller? I
don't know why he does that, but he posts videos of me too from time to time, and I'm like, oh God, it's just he posts. No, my favorite is when he posts Professor John clips. When he's like,
oh God,
bombshell, Professor Zhang invents Pax Islamica, says Iran is going to unite the entire Islamic world. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you posting?
Professor Zhang is
the most misunderstood and consistently correct.
Yes,
is what you were going to say.
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah, because that liberal Mehdi Hasan came after him the other day, and I said, "Not my Professor Zhang."
No, yeah, Professor Zhang. I would.
Did you know he does game theory?
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, that's how he's invented. He predicts history.
Well, did you know he started out as one of the imaginary people that John Nash imagined?
Yeah.
And that's why he's so good at game theory.
Yeah, no, he's the GOAT.
I like him. He's an old style crank, you know?
Yeah.
He's not like pre-slotted into stupid bifurcated American politics. Like he's doing his own
into
shit.
It though. He's getting into it. But I
mean, it will happen eventually.
Yeah, but that's his like superpower that like everyone is like, because he's like, he has an accent, he has the whiteboard, and people are like, oh, he has like ancient Chinese wisdom.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Americans listen to him and they're like, oh, this guy knows what he's talking about.
That is like that. It's funny that even conservatives do that, where it's just like, oh, like no Chinese guy like this can just be a liar. I love liars. I love liars. One of my favorite guys ever is Napoleon Hill, who wrote Think and Grow Rich, one of those bullshit, like pull yourself up by your bootstrap books from the 1920s. Napoleon Hill is one of the funniest liars ever. And he was just like a destitute scam artist until he wrote that book. But one of his claims was that Woodrow Wilson contacted him to secretly help him negotiate the end of World War I. Like just this random traveling shoe salesman.
You called the AOC News? Yeah, I did.
What's the AOC News?
I said ahead of time that I know for a fact that she is going to not make a distinction between offensive and defensive weapons because everyone brings that up.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Well,
I mean,
there it is.
That's why you like have to hit people on that shit. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
God.
it was really a silly distinction. It's totally unnecessary, and I'm glad that I'm glad that she's dropping that, which is good because I have a theory that like a lot of people are going to. A lot of people now are trying to do the Israel skeptic lane where they're like, I got money from AIPAC for 12 years of my career, but I found out last year that that's bad.
Yeah, exactly.
So I actually don't, I actually realized that I think Israel might be bad, but also maybe not an apartheid. Don't know what that word means. Definitely not a genocide. I wouldn't say that. So like, the standard that I have is a triple standard. Okay, it's a 3-part standard. Doesn't matter what you've done in the past. If you're gonna commit to like no AIPAC, that doesn't mean anything to me.
Right.
Okay, because like who gives a fuck? You can still get donations from pro-Israel donors. It's more so about like your commitment to this, right?
Yeah.
So candidates that want to come on and ask, is Israel committing a genocide? Do you agree, yes or no? Is Israel an apartheid state? Do you agree, yes or no? Will you commit to denying all aid to Israel? Because when you do that, if you establish like all 3, conditional aid across the board to Israel, no defensive, offensive weapons distinctions whatsoever. If you do that, then yeah, no one who is even remotely pro-Israel is ever going to give you money.
Exactly, yeah.
Like there's no, I just don't think like because Cory Booker's trying to do this thing where he's like, Cory Booker's trying to do this thing where he tries to say, we're not taking any corporate PAC money, including like he doesn't even want to say we're not taking AIPAC money. He's trying to do a blanket ban on corporate donations. And obviously it's totally ridiculous. So if you want to get your message across, if you want to understand who separates the boys from the men, who separates the people who are like actually committed to decoupling from Israel or like bringing Israel to heel, right? Those 3 I think are fairly reliable. Fairly reliable ways to get that. Even AIPAC-backed candidates are reluctantly calling it a genocide to get around the criticism. Yeah. It's crazy, and they're gonna evolve on this. So you have to also evolve alongside these candidates. Jasmine Baines is endorsed by AIPAC offshoot Democratic majority for Israel in the CA22 race. The MFI calls her Bernie-backed opponent Randy Villegas a source of concern, but this footage leak shows me that Baines is agreeing with Villegas that Israel is committing a genocide.
Yes, and that is Israel committing genocide in Gaza?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you both.
This is so.
Yeah, or here's another one. Yeah, you can accept donations from Hamas. If you got money from AIPAC for 13 years, you have to commit to getting campaign financing from Hamas.
Or if you're opposed to Hamas, because you
PFLP
or PIJ.
Oh, PIJ.
PIJ is a pretty cool charter.
Yeah, PIJ.
Listen,
fine. You don't have to. You don't want to do Hamas. PIJ's right there. PFLP, DFLP. If you're like super woke, you know what I mean. You're like, we are Maoists.
Yeah.
we are. It's not. We had to do an offshoot. We had to do a sectarian infighting within the Palestinian Resistance Front between all 15 of our, remaining Marxist-Leninist Palestinians.
Yeah. Do you think that like someone is trying to be really esoteric and they're like, oh, I'm actually part of the Khorasan group? Something that just hasn't existed since 2015.
Yeah.
Listen, people out there, obviously these two entities do different things. They have different purposes. One is a much more traditional funnel money into shit pack. But for the purposes of this, of evaluating candidates, you have to look at, this is for people who play Dark Souls 1. APAC, Kingseeker Frompt, J Street, Darkseeker Koth. Remember how at the end of the game, they're both like, we love you, Dark Lord. Because they're doing the same thing at the end of the day. They pretend that like, oh, I hate the First Flame. Oh, I love the First Flame. I'm Gwen's friend. I used to be Gwen's friend. Same thing. You got to look at him like Koth and Frompt.
Tell Felix he's got it backwards. That's what they're saying.
What do I have backwards?
I forgot about this.
Kingseeker Frompt? I said, no. What? Darkseeker Koth and Kingseeker Frompt. That's what I said. Kingseeker Frompt is like I'm pro Gwen, but you have to kill him to like prolong the First Flame. Darkseeker Koth is like I used to be friends with Gwen, but he sucks, and you have to usher in an age of darkness.
Yeah.
Duh.
They're bringing back the gangbanging in Media Land.
Yes.
Charles Austin says every guest on Jake Tapper's show should bring up this article every chance they get. Yeah. This is whack, yo, said Peter B. Biddy Beinart, the much-feared editor of TNR, as he slammed that morning's New York Times down on his desk. Whack. True dat, affirmed executive editor Snoop Kitty Orr.
Man.
Kicking it old school in DuPont Circle, ice skip venti latte in hand. Colincio been acting janky.
I hate when people
One
act
day
janky.
it's all inspectors, UN, disarmament. Then she busts a CK and disarmament is just an option. Dizam.
This is like how Steven Seagal talks in all his new movies.
Whatever Hasan is reading, I hate it. What do you mean? This is Homer's Odyssey.
Dude,
okay?
This is what got me into comedy.
Yeah, this is literally Jake Tapper in his perfect form.
We actually knew a kid, one of our friends in our neighborhood growing up. He was orphaned because his parents were reading this article while driving through sort of a mountainous region, and they would laugh so hard that they drove off a cliff.
Yeah, it happens. That's why they say don't read the Jake Tapper article from Salon in 2003, gangbanging in Media Land. Don't do it while you're driving from a mountainous area.
Nathan Fielder has said that this got him into comedy. A lot of people who a lot of kids out there, you guys don't know anything. You were born in 2015, but everyone you like, who's the biggest comedian that people in chat like? Probably Matt Rife. Well, he got all his stuff from here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does make sense.
You can read this in Matt Rife's voice, and it kind of works.
It works even better in Andrew Schultz's voice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I agree. Oh, my God, do I agree. Yeah. That article did kind of predict Andrew Schultz. Like, Andrew Schultz should have to pay royalties to Jake Tapper, because that really is like he's talking about the news, but going dizam.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Yeah. But yeah, there you go. At tonight's New York City DSA Electoral Forum, ASA committed to voting against any spending on arms of Israel, including so-called defensive capabilities. There it is.
All right.
But the problem isn't that. The problem is that I feel like she's too afraid to lead on stuff. Like,
yeah,
she's too afraid to just like stand on her own on issues. Sometimes, but she wouldn't even be on her own. She would be surrounded by like some fairly reliable, very solid politicians as well.
And she would also scare people into coming with her, too.
Yeah, that too, because she's a profoundly popular politician. I mean, look, this is what I tell anyone who listens to me, both privately and publicly. I urge them to be bold and to be brave, right? Because there's no reason not to be, especially considering that the moments where some of these people that we're talking about, like Zoran Mamdani, for example, like that Israel moment on that debate stage is a campaign defining moment. Like that is the reason why he's the mayor. That is literally the reason why he's the mayor. Like he cut through all the noise. He got even all the chuds, including fucking Asmongold, to be like, yeah, I guess he's kind of based. even though Asmongold is now Asmongoy, and he's unconditionally defending Israel.
Oh my God. I wish Ovadia Youssef could have lived to see him. He would have loved him. But no, yeah. I mean, this is what really frustrated me about AOC and Bernie, for that matter, during the latter stages of Biden. I thought that those exact circumstances of a horrifically unpopular incumbent Democratic president who is dead set on this policy that is so fucking unpopular with the Democratic base, that if there had been any leadership from either of those two on this issue, I mean, with Bernie was so shitty on it for so long, but AOC, that could have been a huge moment for her if she had like taken up that mantle, ideally earlier, but like in 2024.
She did. She came out. So here, that's the crazy part about it. Like, she came out and she said Israel's doing genocide on the floor of the House of Representatives, right? And she was saying there's a policy of starvation. But then immediately after that, she got fucking berated by
and voted for Iron Dome funding. That's not taking leadership.
I know, but she didn't end up voting for it at the end. She voted present. But that makes it even worse.
That's bad enough.
But that makes it worse because she literally like not only struck down the Marjorie Taylor Greene distinction, but also on top of that, she defended why she did it.
Right.
And no, she didn't vote present either. I thought she voted present, or she didn't vote for it, right?
Well,
I know she didn't vote for it. She's never voted for any.
Well, yeah, right.
She's never voted for any defensive weapons. Like she's voted president years ago. She voted against that funding bill. Okay, thank you.
Like, regardless of whether she voted, whatever the fuck, right? The point is that she backed down. She did what she always does, and she gets yelled at and goes, "Oh my God, I'm sorry."
Even after she called, that's exactly what I was going to say. She called it a genocide, right? And she was like one of the first congresspersons to do so. Definitely at that high profile. Yeah, she was absolutely like years ahead of Bernie Sanders, right? What did she do afterwards? She got yelled at by a bunch of Jewish advocacy groups and organizations, and then she was like bullied into doing all these like appearances where she's like constantly talking about like the dangers of anti-Semitism, and not even from like from a point of view where it's like legitimately we're talking about like anti-Semitism. She's like, she leaned into all of the anti-Semitism on college campus shit that was going on in the air, which was like such a very clear, cynical way.
Misreading of everything.
Yeah.
And like, here's the thing I don't get. Like, a lot of those people on the Bernie-crat side have been pretty clear-eyed about Trump's success.
Yeah.
Well, I think one of the most emblematic things of Trump's rise has been that image of him being booed by like that crowd of donors at that early GOP debate.
Yeah.
And just being like, okay, you know, all these people in the Republican establishment that you fucking hate, they hate the shit out of me.
Yeah.
If AOC, in this crucial moment where the base is so fed up with this like horribly ineffective and just spinning their wheels leadership, Hakeem Jeffries, et cetera, if she had been content with being yelled at and went, see these people you fucking hate, they hate me just the same.
Yes.
But just she interprets any amount of being yelled at as equal.
But here's the thing, like, I hope, look, I'm just a Twitch streamer, right? Like, I'm irrelevant in the grand scheme of things, but like, I hope it inspires a little bit more confidence for all the other politicians that are in my orbit that I like, you know, am very familiar with, to see that like all of this shit doesn't mean anything. I've been getting fucking ass blasted by every single organ of propaganda for the state of Israel and every single major media outlet. Jake Tapper did a piece on me, called me a fucking anti-Semite for 8 minutes with like some psychopath yesterday. 6 hours after that, I was on CNN. It doesn't matter. Like, this shit doesn't matter. It's just for a very small group of people that still care about this, that still are just like whipping themselves up into hysteria.
Yeah.
And seeing anti-Semitism where it doesn't exist. You don't have to listen to these people. And as a matter of fact, the more you actually listen to these people, the more you give them power.
Absolutely.
Like, at this point, it's over. It's a dead movement, and you're breathing life back into it when you do these like mealy-mouthed concessions to people who are unimaginably sinister. You don't have to ever listen to a person who's doing their very best over the course of the last 3 years to defend Israel. That's just, it's over. You have the public's backing. You know exactly why they're doing this. Key search Israel or Gaza on all of my naysayers accounts on Twitter, and you will find out immediately that their gripe is not about like whatever they are trying to get across to others about like the dangers of my anti-Semitic rhetoric or whatever. It's absolutely because they're pro-Israel and they're chirping because they've lost the conversation, they've lost the audience, so they're trying to like call the manager, and increasingly that institutional pressure is gone as well.
Yeah. Every time that you do move to the beat of their drum, every time you do go, okay, this one guy went too far, even if you think they did, which like at this point, if there is one guy who you went to one thing with, who you think said something in bad taste, who gives a fuck now?
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Gives a fuck. But even if any amount of of letting them dictate your actions at all will make someone who is half paying attention go, oh, I guess there are more of those people out there who support this than I thought.
Yeah, exactly. You're leaning in. You leaning into their cynical framing will only give them more power, or will make the audience think, oh, I guess there is validity to this. Same with like Zoran's wife. Same with like all these people that are like, you should not be on the podium alongside Hasan. And what did Abdul El Sayed do? He went on and he was like, no, of course I'm going to fucking, of course I'm going to go to these places. Of course I'm going to communicate with people like Hasan. I agree with a lot of what he says. I'm not going to subscribe to like every single thing that he's saying. I don't know. I mean, he talks for 8 hours a day, but like, when I go to my rallies, when I go to campaign events, like there's a lot of old people and there's a lot of young people. And the old people say, how did you get so many young people here? And the young people say, oh, I saw you on Hasan's stream. Like, just be honest about it. You know what I mean? Like, you will be rewarded for it, which he did. He literally did get rewarded for it. Now he's in the top 5 fundraisers. And also on top of that, people are finally talking about his candidacy. And that was like a major problem because maybe someone in New York media that may or may not be working with the McMorrow campaign is a fairly powerful media executive that can successfully shut people out of being covered completely and entirely. You know, someone that might have worked with Pete Buttigieg and also Andrew Cuomo, as a matter of fact, back in the day. Liz Smith. I'm talking about Liz Smith. It's Liz Smith, I think.
One of was she the one who got her toe sucked on?
No, I don't know.
Right? No, who?
I don't know.
Whatever. Immaterial. I don't care who gets that done. Anyway, that is the thing. If you are an aspiring insurgent candidate, if you are an insurgent candidate, if you even want to try to occupy the Bernie-crat lane in any type of primary, and you are thinking, hey, what could it hurt to show people how much good old-fashioned common sense I have by condemning this guy people are telling me to condemn? Ask yourself if any of the people you are positioning yourself against have ever had to do that with anyone. Anyone.
Yeah.
Have they?
Dude, have they ever?
Because it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, because like no
Why
one.
do you have to follow a different set of rules?
The very same people that are like cynically launching this conquest. People like, they're talking about Dr. Abdul every hour now. Yeah. Oh, that's also a lot of the right wing is now leaning into this, and it's a really good thing. I think it's a really good thing because they get horny. And then they attack him, and then when they're attacking him, when they're attacking him, they end up showing like the full the full leaked footage, and the full leaked footage is him literally being like, "This is an 86-year-old guy that they killed. Like, it just doesn't, it doesn't matter." And on top of that, they killed a whole bunch of other people. It's illegal. It's immoral what we're doing, and it's going to have devastating consequences in general. And that's the majority position, right?
Yeah. And for certainly Democratic base, but also for any sort of liberal or Democratic leaning independents, people who sort of, the majority of the time they trend Democratic, they will think, okay, I have seen Hakeem Jeffries get attacked on here, but when they play his entire clip, he's not saying anything.
Yeah.
At least this guy is saying something that has been deemed forbidden, but I actually agree with it.
Yeah.
This is where more people are at than not.
He is now the #1 candidate in the Democrat primary here in Michigan. He has raised more Act Blue money over his comments than any of the other candidates.
From Decker.
He is now the
some fucking Mike Rogers, Michigan Senate candidate.
Oh, I thought he was in. Yeah,
I don't understand. Did they look at Mamdani's race and go, attack odds on Hasan work so well, so let's do it more? I think some of it is just like pure Islamophobia, and they're just like throwing darts at a wall, seeing what sticks, right? But like there is a reality there where there is a reality there with like even the concessions that Zoran has offered over and over again to like Zionist groups that are constantly talking about like you need to make sure that you're buttoned up, right? Liz Smith, proof here. What is this?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Liz loves Zoran Mamdani, by the way. She does. She just picks and chooses which candidate she likes. But yeah, she's I guess she's like boosting Mallory McMorrow, who is, who I didn't have any like negative opinions of. I just thought she was like a forgettable candidate in general, who was like trying to get into the Warrenite lane.
Yeah.
But it's obvious to me that like
I just
AOC just committed to vote against the IHRA definition of anti-Semitism as well. That's not new. She already has said that. That one I will defend. She has openly said she would never vote for that, regardless. This isn't new. The offensive defensive distinction is new though. Not that it matters. Everyone's still going to call her AO. The people who call her AOCIA are going to call her that regardless. It doesn't matter. Anyway. This joke is going on the Jake Tapper fan cam. What do you mean?
Which?
When are you? Oh, okay. Movement so successful, the Israel lobby is now tracking itself. Oh. This you, Rokana? That's so funny. Received from the pro-Israel lobby, J Street.
Okay. This is sort of what, the scorpion and the frog, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is Rose shit. He loves doing this.
Also, it doesn't even
it's from J Street, which is effectively the same thing in a lot of ways.
It doesn't, but here's the thing. I am way more comfortable with politicians if they're getting the same. First of all, this is probably fake. I don't know if he's getting J Street donations or not, but like, I don't give a shit. If a politician is saying it's a genocide and a politician is saying like they're going to vote against aid, even though Rokana has, by his own admission, accidentally voted for aid to Israel, as he said recently. But like, as long as they're committed to scaling back Israel's violence, like these guys are not going to give them donations anyway.
Rokana just
listen. That's my bravest defender on the timeline. Okay, you better watch out.
I'm not saying he's like. I just don't know what his fucking deal is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I think he wants to make his own lane. He sees what the people are demanding.
Yeah, that's one thing I'll say
about
about his lane. It's his own.
Yeah.
No one else is doing it like that guy.
What is this? Why do you think Israeli government doesn't want war correspondents from around the world to go to the ground in Gaza? Yeah, it's just, God, there's all of Israel's defenders are so fucking heinous looking.
Josh Hammer?
Yeah, he hates me.
Is completely
Josh, could you dry off before you go on TV?
He goes on Sky News Australia all the time to talk about how much of a terrorist I am.
Fabricated. There were false images. Now there's AI. It is spread like wildfire throughout social media.
Oh, this is the fucking. No, the guy on the left is like woke now, I think, right? Isn't he like, he's like one of those guys like Like the former Shin Bet official who says like Israel's an apartheid state doing a genocide now, that type of thing.
His glasses are just kind of scary to me.
If there are actual instances, of Arabs being attacked,
Yes, I've seen literally.
This
I have
wet
seen
guy who's like you don't. What if you had an IDF babe? I know this guy just sucks. I hate him.
Yeah.
Even if I didn't like know what his politics are, I would be like, can we get this wet guy off of my TV before he breaks the circuitry?
No, every fucking Israel envoy, every Israel defender has the same exact vibes. They're just like constantly creating anti-Zionists with their horrible vibes.
Troll videos of it happen.
Apologies if this makes no sense, but there would be like a certain type of unhappily married man that would like come into my job when I worked at a bar who would be like simultaneously like trying to get me fired while sexually harassing me. And that's what like this guy reminds me of. I'm just getting flashbacks to Billy's on Grant in 2013, man.
It's funny.
Which have been verified.
If it's happening, I condemn it. But I just
you don't know it's happening because you don't want to see it happening because you don't want
to have a different voice. Like I have an annoying voice, but like what the fuck, man? What are we doing here?
I want to believe it's happening.
That's
and this
not
reminds
true.
me, to finish my point before you interrupted me, my point about Gaza is that international journalists are still
He
banned
flipped him off.
by the Israeli government from operating freely in Gaza. And we all know why that must be.
Al Jazeera terrorists are banned. People who are embedded with.
Did he like study how to talk from Ben Shapiro?
I don't know.
He really he sounds like he's doing a Ben Shapiro
like, who's the
impression.
most charismatic Israel defender in American media? Ben Shapiro.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
All international media
evil
are currently
and
still
annoying.
banned from operating freely in Gaza, despite there having been a ceasefire of sorts for many months. Why do you think the Israeli government doesn't want war correspondents from around the world on the ground in Gaza, do you think?
Pierce, I don't work for the Israeli government. I'm an American.
Hazard a guess. You're a smart guy.
I don't work for the Israeli government. Why the fuck do you operate like you do?
Yeah, then
there's no way you're doing this for free. That's crazy if you're doing this for free.
Who does it? What outlet is he working for? The Blaze or some shit like that?
I don't know, but I have no fucking idea. I just
Josh
see him.
Hammer is a crazy name.
I only see him on Sky News Australia on my favorite program, Lefties Losing It. That's
it's so fun when Australians say that.
Yeah.
You know what I like to imagine sometimes? An Australian going, "Loony liberals."
Yeah.
That's really fun for me.
Frankly, the United States.
Andrew says Hammer is a woman wrist grabber who tells them, "Wait, you don't listen to me."
Yes, sir, Andrew. This is such a wrist grabber guy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this guy has soaked every woman's wrist that he's ever come across.
Could it be? I don't know. Could it be
he
that
can't get a hold of them?
That's why he has to grab them. You don't understand.
Think about the noise it makes.
Yeah.
Border peace. You probably
could it be
should
they've
ask
been
Donald
doing
Trump that
things
question,
which
actually.
they don't want the world to know?
Don't Trump that question.
Okay. All this has been. I know facts are very hard to come by on Piers Morgan Uncensored these days.
Fucking owned, dude. Woo! Fucking owned.
But unfortunately, facts don't correspond to your particular narrative. John Spencer, who is the head of urban warfare studies at West Point, has crunched all of the relevant numbers and has shown time and time again.
John Spencer, who's the head of urban warfare.
Urban warfare, Felix.
What he sounds like? If Germany had won World War II, but then they made the comic strip Peanuts, this is how the parents would talk.
That the civilian to combatant ratio
All
in Gaza
parents are Jewish.
since the war started on
So
October
why
7,
don't you let the journalists in
2023
then?
have been
If it's
1
been
to
the
1.5.
activities of the most moral army in history, as I keep hearing, if the IDF has done nothing wrong, been completely blameless, been...
Felix may actually be anti-Semitic.
If you take my past decade of comments out of context, it can certainly appear that way. It can. I'll admit that.
Okay,
listen, pal. You send a Spartan. No one does anti-Semitism like Jews.
That's actually true.
It's kind of true, right?
That is true.
One ranger, one riot.
Like at the top end of morality in what they did in Gaza, fine. Fine, okay. Let the journalists in from around the world to
Why don't you go?
To
Like,
properly
literally,
investigate.
why don't
He's doing all the hits.
Yeah, why don't you go to Gaza? Why don't you go to Gaza and die?
Why don't you go so we can kill you?
Yeah, go to Gaza so we can drone strike you now, Pierre. I hate you. I'm on your show, but you should die.
It's like, is there anyone in the world who is like, I really don't like the images I'm seeing, but this Josh Hammer guy kind of won me over?
Yeah.
Like, who's like on the fence? And they're like, this guy's just so charismatic.
He really dunked on Piers by saying, go to Gaza and die, please.
You know, I thought it was bad what they were doing, but when he threatened to kill the entire panel, that was pretty cool.
you
To
go?
properly investigate
if you
what
care
has
that much to
actually
cover, why don't you
happened there.
personally fly in there and try
There
to
is
cross
a
the border? You
reason
should do that.
the Israeli government has banned.
By the way, the whole point of contention is, why won't Israel let journalists in? Like, there's no way that you can go to Gaza currently as it stands. Okay, that's kind of the whole point. That's the reason why he's asking you that question.
The world's media from going
And I
into
think that
Gaza.
you should personally challenge that. Frankly, the use of your time, there would be a better use of it.
He's still going along with it.
Wow. Talking about you. Like,
That's awesome. That's awesome. He's like, yeah, oh, you're telling me Gaza is off limits to journalists? How about you go there and die? Yeah, take a trip there right now. Try to cross the Rafah border. I'm going to have my friends there waiting with a gun. They're going to shoot you. Die!
It's just like, it's like not even if you were like a pro-Israel guy, how do you not look at this and go, ooh.
Yeah, that's why he's sitting there like, what the fuck?
Oh
man?
my God. That might have made him woke. He was kind of like, duh, man.
Done
This
this
is not
repeatedly.
going
I'm
well.
wondering whether you would condemn it.
I don't particularly care, to be
You
honest.
don't care
with you.
that journalists should be allowed to investigate what may have happened in a war zone?
I care about right pursuing over wrong.
I don't think you do, though, Josh, do you? You just care about your side. You don't care about the truth.
No, I do. Pierce, I care about Team Civilization defeating Team Barbarism. That is the simple
bars.
Yo, dude.
Bars, yeah, dude. Team Civilization. When I think of what Israel has done to the world, I think, wow, how civilized.
When I see those Hilltop Youth,
I
think
they
are keeping the flame of civilization alive.
Yeah, when they're spitting on the Christians.
Dude, all the spitting on Christians, all the settlers.
That's literally like a medieval peasant. Like,
all those settler funerals where they like take each other's shirts off for some reason. I don't know why. That's part of the mourning.
That's apparently a religious thing. I made fun of that before, and people cook me for that.
Okay, not every religious thing is like defensible.
I can't say that.
On those.
You can say that. I already am in heat. Okay, I've already cost some fucking.
So
heat.
are they apparently. If that's part of your like funeral thing. It's so weird, man.
I just thought it was like a deep V-neck, and I started making jokes about how deep the V-neck was, and they were like, "No, you don't understand. Like they like rip it as a part of like a religious thing."
Okay, I'm sorry, that's stupid. Like, what if you made a speech about your family member? Like, if when my dad died, we were like, okay, who's gonna wear the shirt that gets ripped off? My family would send me away. They'd be like, who wears the what?
Yeah, they're like, he had a dream. He wanted to kill more children.
Yeah.
And now that light has been vanished from the world.
What is the religious point of like making your brother naked?
I don't know. Someone might have lied to me when they said it's a religious thing, but I have seen it at like every single one of like the settler funerals of like guy who was in the IDF.
You know that in the Simpsons when Homer got buff and he like destroys his shirt by flexing?
Yeah.
Do you think that was like he was Jewish for that episode?
It's just they're not just buff.
Yeah.
It comes from the book of Job. I feel like you're lying.
Okay. That's not something that happens in Job. Job tried to go to the barber, but he was nude.
Read logs for explanation. It's a sign of mourning. You have to do it when you go to the Western Wall.
You have to get naked?
Wait, they do that at the Western Wall too? I thought you just did that in the funeral.
Oh, do you think that the settlers got confused during the like Janet Jackson Super Bowl show? You're like, wait, she's mourning. She's in mourning.
It's called tearing kriya. That's what it is.
Okay, man.
It's rending your clothes in grief. It's the rending of clothes.
You know what I don't like?
I have no opinion on this. He's Jewish. This is a inside intra-religious politics. I'm not.
You know what I don't like? Wastefulness.
No, okay. That's why you don't.
I don't like
it.
wastefulness. What if you were wearing a nice shirt by the Theory Corporation and your brother died?
It's too expensive. There's no way.
And they were like, and you're like, what the fuck? I like this shirt. And your fucking nipples just out there. That wouldn't make me feel better.
God, I hate Moscow so much.
Ugh.
Yeah. Oliver Larkin, my goat. He just got the DSA national endorsement earlier. Moskowitz is one of the worst Democrats in Congress.
Oh, easily.
Yeah, like he has openly said he is like more to the right on Iran than Trump and Marco Rubio is.
So like nuking them?
Yeah,
like,
I don't know. I don't.
Fuck?
Yeah, I don't fully. What is this? You called it? AOC commit to vote? Yes, I know. I know she was going to do that.
We're talking about funerary stripping now.
Yeah.
You're behind.
What is this? President Trump says he'll attend. Oh, yeah. He said he's going to attend the hearing at the Supreme Court on Wednesday on his executive order to end birthright citizenship.
What does he think it's going to do if does he think he'll just like stare at them and it'll be like in The Godfather 2 when Pentangeli is like, oh, I'm sorry.
He thinks he can be an intimidating presence in the room.
Whenever he tries to look scary, he does look like a Manul. That's what when his mugshot came out, it was like he looked so, he's like he looked like Bull.
Yeah.
Bull is much cuter. Rest in peace, Bull. Rest in peace, Dunzy. Rest in peace, all the Manuls we lost this year. That was a sad one for me.
Does he know cameras are not allowed in SCOTUS? It doesn't matter. You can sleep to his heart's desire. You can fart around,
Yeah.
Anyway, what was I gonna? What Iran versus USA at the Strait of Hormuz is age restricted. HUD.
Yeah. Dude, one of the greatest videos of all time. One of the greatest. Thank you, Michael. I love this video so fucking much.
Why is this age restricted?
This is the greatest fight of all time. Too many people would learn martial arts by watching this.
No need for a rock.
No need for a rock. This is what happened to Josh Hammer before he went on TV.
Oh, he's slipping every time he kicks.
Think how bad it feels to like be in a fight with someone and everyone's laughing at both of you.
Oh!
Dude.
Oh, he backs away into the water. He retreats like a crab.
That's an aquatic warrior. He's probably a Navy
He's
SEAL.
trying to swim.
Okay, yo, all men are brothers. Helping him out. Yeah, fuck you.
He
now.
refuses. He's like, I have dignity.
Yeah, this is America coming out of the pond.
Oh! Oh, he fell back in the water. What the fuck?
This really is America. The lethality of our pond fighters.
This is how they're gonna take Carg Island.
Yeah, this is literally Carg Island right here.
Yeah, this is it.
Man, that is probably the funniest.
America
video
being like, no need for a rock.
No Need for a Rock and Bong Fight are like the two greatest videos ever.
Yeah,
recorded.
they're already winded.
Oh my god, I love Bong Fight. I used to think there could be nothing, no fight could ever be as funny as Bong Fight, and then I saw No Need for Rock.
Yeah.
MHUD. I like to call myself a smile creator, but I think I've created billions. You've created trillions.
Yeah. But obviously, the most smiles created per capita is still Josh Hammer.
That is the moral dichotomy of the 21st century. It's been the moral dichotomy of black versus light, of good versus evil for millennia. There, I know that the moral obfuscation on this show on a day-in-day basis tends to rot brains and minds, make people think that is the only thing that motivates me on a day.
Why are you here?
Piers Morgan has been like, he is one of the most like disrespected men ever. But like just by virtue of being screamed at and hated, He's figured out how to get one over on. He can get one over on a big idiot like that. Yep.
Joe, this one is crazy.
Bro,
you can't do that. No, you can't do that. Bro, stay in the bunker, buddy. Seriously, what the fuck?
I know.
They need to stop aura farming. They need to get serious.
But you got to admit, he looks awesome.
I mean, look at him. He's just fucking walking around, dude.
Great hairline for me.
Dude, have you seen Ali Khamenei had
he had a pretty great one.
He had a 3-head, bro. He didn't even have a 4-head. It was crazy.
But this is like that's just like the best hair texture. My shit's like a little too curly. I wish it was more wavy-ish.
It's just unbelievable that like two of the world's most like prone to assassinate countries are hounding you with regular frequency. They recently said they took you off the assassination list, which implies that there was an assassination list that you were on, which again is like a massive no-no because like diplomats have gotten immunity from like Genghis Khan. You know what I mean? Like that's not even a thing that you're supposed to do in like the medieval times or even far beyond that. Meanwhile, American Israel's like, oh yeah, we're gonna kill the diplomats, and he's still out there just being like, yeah, let's do it. It's crazy. God, what a game. What a fucking game, dude. Dude, I think when I first played this game, I could not believe it. Like, I didn't understand how video games could be like this. Trump is not live. Trump is not going live yet. He's going live tomorrow at 6. Otacon.
Boy, he's right on schedule. He'll know soon enough.
You can't read. It said PM. No, it's tomorrow. It's not today. It's tomorrow. President Trump is at the Kennedy Center right now. He's speaking tomorrow at 6 p.m. I have to pee. See? Trump will give an address to the nation to provide an important update on Iran at 9 p.m. tomorrow, White House says. Close some tabs, bruh. No. I refuse. I will be speaking while he gives an address to the nation, I believe, but maybe I'll go back live after my Stanford speech. April Fools, you know? IRL stream in San Francisco this weekend? No, I'm not going to do IRL stream Megaphonic so you can fucking stream snipe me. Okay, calm down. No, I wasn't playing Metal Gear Solid 2. I just was watching.
Sorry. I'm getting flown up by Josh Hammer and I'm getting cracked by him. I'm really excited.
Yeah. He's gonna blow your back walls out.
Yeah. He'd be like, "Are you seriously arguing you didn't come?" I'd be like, "No, you got me. I did."
Is your CNN part out yet? I already covered it this morning. Yes, I did the CNN piece this morning. And yes, we already covered Kirsty Noem and her beautiful husband. Here, let's look at what
Iran's
saying.
foreign minister has been speaking exclusively with Al Jazeera about negotiations that U.S. President Donald Trump insists are going extremely well. Abbas Araghchi has confirmed that he has received direct messages from Trump's.
I know a lot of you were born during 2014, but for those of you who were following the Syrian civil war around that time, there was an old joke we had about Al Jazeera that AJ Plus, the one for the Western world, they'd have their story would be like video, the feminist hip hop artists who are challenging the patriarchy with rhymes. That's AJ Plus. Al Jazeera regular, Iranian ballistic poses new threat, and then Al Jazeera in Gadar, like in Arabic, it would be like, what types of Shia you should put in cages. That's the way they've been covering this. Reminds me of that.
Special envoy Steve Witkoff. But he also says that does not constitute actual negotiation.
I'll do the episode about rising.
Araghchi added that there is zero trust for there to even be talks.
I'm working on the FromSoft series now. It got way
Nothing like
by
this
me
exists
getting
right
stomach
now.
flu.
Countries usually send messages to one another either directly or indirectly. This is not called negotiation, but this does exist right now. We have received messages from the US.
Don't you think that shirt looks like I've always liked how these guys look. They never wear ties, obviously, but I've always wanted a shirt with that collar. I wouldn't be confident enough to wear. I think people would make fun of me maybe, but I've always thought it looked cool.
Some are direct, some are through some of our regional friends. And wherever it is necessary, we reply to these messages. However, no negotiation has taken place, and the reports about that are not accurate. Discussions.
He does full Farsi on Al Jazeera. He only does English on American TV.
Man, he's such a goat. I know you're accusing him of horror farming, but I think there are guys who just like naturally.
When he does the Shia smirk.
Yeah.
Dude, there are TikToks of people like Americans thirsting after him, being like, why is he?
Oh, yeah. Bad news. If you're like a 23-year-old guy, every 23-year-old girl.
They want the foreign minister of Iran.
Iranian foreign ministers are always like the most like suave and urbane guys, though.
Yeah.
It's like the ideal of what a diplomat.
Trump is speaking. What do you mean Trump is speaking? Like right now, Trump is speaking at this moment. Or did you see that Trump is going to speak tomorrow and you thought it was today?
Like is it now?
Yes, Trump scheduled a speech while I'm giving a speech at Stanford. Man, this is what I was talking about.
I like this man. I'm talking to my therapist about it tomorrow. Because he don't give a fuck. And for some reason, I like that. Apparently, emotionally unavailable is my type. But not for long. You know what I'm saying? But he really don't give a fuck. He was like, the straight arm move's not closed, bitch. It's open to anybody who got some fucking sense. You trying to threaten. Why don't you try some fucking respect?
Yeah?
Yeah, talk your shit. Talk your shit. I like that, honey. Trump is gonna have to die for Iran to get their demands that I was telling y'all about earlier. His bravado, his ego will let all of us perish instead of acquiescing. I like this.
Man, I never imagined, I never imagined that everyone would join my community.
That's true.
Yeah.
This is very. It's Felix time.
Yeah. And I'm really not one of those people who's like, oh, I was doing it first. I'm just happy, I'm just like,
yeah.
I like more people to be in the club.
All right.
This is a true fan, I can tell, not of me, I'm saying, but like, go team,
Yeah.
That makes it even better that like she probably has. If you showed her a picture of me, she'd be like, "Who's that? He should die." But no, we agree. No, I'm not saying that she would say that.
She might think you're Iranian.
She would think I'm a different. I don't know.
She think you're Iranian. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
You could. I could see you on one of the Hezbollah posters.
I've gotten a lot like paler in my older age. I used to be tan. I guess I've gotten a little more tan while here, but I used to like never sunburn, right? And then I don't know. I think those two the last like 18 months that I lived here, where I was just like inside all the time, it was a compounding effect because I got so fat. I was like, ooh, I don't want to be seen in the streets until I'm less fat. But then you just stay inside, and that's where all your snacks are. What's going to happen?
True.
What's going to happen? You're going
to get fatter. That's why you have to hide the snacks. You have to not buy them.
Well, I mean, what? Nah.
Or buy protein snacks, which is what I do.
That was the thing, though. It didn't matter. I just wasn't expending any calories. You just got to suck it up and like be fat out there, As
an Iranian, I can confirm Felix looks super Iranian. Yeah, there you go.
I think
you got the nod.
Yeah, I've actually, no one ever has actually said that about me. Like I've gotten like everything else, but I've never. When I was a
but
little,
Iranian is everything, so it can be anything.
True. That is true. That is true.
There's, I mean, have you seen?
That's true.
There's a tweet about this where it's like, all of the diaspora Iranians look like this, and then it's like Reza Pahlavi, and all of the regime like hardliners look like this, and they're so white.
Yeah. Like Khomeini's kids are like, dude, they look like they could have played Xbox with me.
Yeah, no, they look so fucking white. I mean, they are white. They're Azeri. And they're Azeri Turks.
I've been on this thing for a while about Jews just that we're ethnically Italian, which is just that's the same as being
like
Middle Eastern.
It's like the Khazar theory, but different.
Right. But I have uncles who straight up look like Hafez. I have uncles. Yeah, no, my dad. I don't think I've ever showed the picture of my dad on stream, but my dad really.
Yeah, you show me a picture of your dad.
My dad looks so much like if Saddam was really thin.
Yeah, your dad does look like a Baathist.
My dad would have looked exactly like Saddam if he didn't. I think my dad would have been on like Pro-Ana Twitter. I've talked about it on the show. I don't think I've talked about it on the stream. I would see what my dad would pack for his lunch every day at work. Listen to this bullshit. This is going to make you guys in chat so sad to think about him eating this every day. So he would have like the shitty, spongy, like natural wheat bread with the stir refrigerated peanut butter, like just a 1 millimeter layer of it in between. So like the driest sandwich you could imagine.
The stirred one too? Yeah. Not even there's no caloric difference between the stirred one and like the one that at least tastes good.
I don't know why we did it. But yeah, just like a millimeter of that stirred peanut butter, and then a little bag with exactly 4 almonds and 3 apricots, and then a room temperature plain seltzer.
Oof.
I don't know what his fucking problem was. He was like,
oh, that's how he Twitter's down.
Was he just
that's how he stayed skinty.